we're here on a Monday and it's been a little weird. You guys make some fucking noise. Yell out. It's fine. No one's gonna yell at you. Stop yelling. You're making me scared. All right, keeping the show going, ladies and gentlemen. Can you please put your hands together for the notorious BFG.
I know you're confused. You hear notorious BFG and some all fat. This is a good looking motherfucker. But, I changed my name because my first name is Ed. And it's got too many bad connotations to the firm. You heard it before. Special Ed. That's not the brightest case. So I got a little tired of that. But I really got annoyed. Those of you, you're all pretty young, but eventually you'll have to deal with these guys rolling the girlfriends. The male disaster known as erectile dysfunction. ED. And my first name. You know what it's like going through life named after a limp dick. Trying to put the marshmallow into the coin slot, it just doesn't work. So I changed my name to Notorious BFG, the bald fat guy. It seemed to fit because I didn't want to go through life with a name named after a disease. I know now how my sister chlamydia feels. Now, bald fat guy, I might be a little hard on myself. After all, I have a flat stomach. It's just that the element flat happens to be silent. I'm single again, ladies. I've been married 3 times. But I've never been divorced. How's that? Congrats. Yeah. My first wife died from eating poison mushrooms. My second wife died from eating poison mushrooms. My third wife, what do you think? Fractured skull. She wouldn't eat the fucking mushrooms. Now, there's one thing about being kind of a beefy guy that's really annoying to me. Let me ask you, young ladies, can you see my dick? No? Neither can I. Hey, I don't do this for a living. I happen to be a practicing attorney 42 years, which means that I'm about ready to retire and I needed a hobby. But something happened last week that I had to make a decision. I'm not sure if I made the right one, but you can help. They said that I could have an assistant, so the HR department sent down 2 files to be my assistant. One was, they were both young ladies. One was about 25. She had just come out of A&M. And she had worked in her father's law office since she was like 13, so she was very experienced. The second one was closer to 30, and she had transplanted from Louisiana, had worked like 8 years as a legal assistant, came highly recommended by a colleague I respected. So I was down close. It was a very hard decision to make, and I made one. What do you think I picked? Why would I pick me? Those were the last 2. Another guess. The older one? Nah, it was just too hard, so I just took the one with the biggest face. That's good. I have another way of ending that joke. I'm going to try this joke again, but somebody else take out the one with the biggest face. Take the one with the biggest face, okay? What do you think I picked? The one with the biggest face. I'll be damned. It's 2023. God damn it. You should be ashamed of yourself for objectifying a woman like that. I just love it. Yeah, I don't blame you. This is not an appropriate thing to do. I took the one that gave the better blowjob. Yeah. Hey, you think this thing's going to suck itself? Yeah. Well, I've actually been married 32 years. And wonderful, beautiful woman, 3 children. And we sometimes have our little disagreements. We're going to fight. And I got into trouble once because we were having a fight, and she said, look, if you're going to grow as a person, you need to learn to embrace your mistakes. So I gave her a big hug. like this guy already. You're gonna like this one then. So I knew I was in the doghouse and I had to do something drastic. So I went out and I had "I love you" tattooed on my dick. Yeah, really. Thought that would kind of solidify the relationship again. My wife wasn't impressed. She thought I was just trying to put words in her mouth. I like these people. Hey, it's time for a little audience participation. I need a volunteer because I have some psychic ability. And on the way over here, I wrote down the answer to a question. And I knew that I could find somebody in the audience who could answer that question, got the answer right because I'm psychic. I got this way because I had a girlfriend who was really good at predicting the future. In fact, she was so good that she broke up with me before we even met. So, I'll tell you what, lady in the hat, you've been a great audience. Will you help me out with this one? All I want you to do, you want to come on up here, that's even better. No, you don't have to. No, I was just hoping. Okay, from there. All right, I want you to think of a number between 1 and 1,000. Keep it to yourself. You got it? You sure I've got proper right? Oh, yeah. Yes or no? Is it 256? Well, the answer was no. Okay. You've seen that before, you just saw it here. I'm going to tell you a little bit about my crazy family. I had a grandmother. She's not with us anymore, but she used to brag that she once gave Albert Einstein a hand job. Yeah, she says it was a stroke of genius. But I love my grandma. She lived to be 94 years old, and you know she never needed glasses. Yeah, she always drank straight from the bottle. And when she passed, my brother and I thought my grandfather was a little depressed. We went out and got a sex worker to keep him occupied for the evening. And we took her up to his apartment. He said, "Hey guys, who's your beautiful friend?" And she said, "My name is Angelique, and I'm here to give you super sex." Then he thought for a second, he looked up, kind of stretched, and said, "Okay, I'll take this." Hey, knock, knock. Little boy blue. Little boy blue. Michael Jackson. What, too soon? Okay, my dad, after having 4 children, decided he needed to have a vasectomy. And so we went to the hospital, but unfortunately there was a complication. They had to remove both his testicles. So they were a little concerned that once he woke up, he wouldn't be too pleased. And sure enough, when he woke up, he said, "Sir, we had a complication. We had to remove both your testicles." And he said, "Oh, both of them?" And they said, "Yes." And he goes, "Well, I'm going to sue you. I'm going to sue the hospital. But first, I'm going to break your jaw." And the doctor left and said, "You ain't got the fucking balls." My sister, my wife has a sister. She had a daughter who was acting weird in a kind of a medieval sort of way. Not a medieval, demonic sort of way. So she went and hired a priest to do an exorcism, and it helped. The girl calmed down. But then my stupid sister-in-law didn't pay the priest, and her daughter got repossessed. I think I might have seen the flash. Dexter, did you flash it? Oh, okay. Well, then I'll end it up like this. Any of you who are drinking water, be very, very careful, because I never drink water myself because fish fuck in it. But I'm on Instagram under Notorious BFG 1956. I'm on Facebook, Notorious BFG, and I'm on YouTube, Notorious BFG. But I'm most proud, I'm so proud, I just finished it last week. I want you to check it out. I hope you enjoy it. I finally posted my sex tape. Yeah. It is a fabulous one-man show. Notorious BFG, out.
Keep it going for Notorious BFG. Big fucking guy is a big fucking guy.
Okay, now, look at here.
Hey, it's Naboo.
Yeah, it's good. Now, I was told by one NCO So my daughter on my birthday Saturday went and got this. So what do you think? What do you think, Magoo?
I think it's fucking horrible. Right?
Yeah, I originally didn't like it, but now I run with it. But I thought this was the perfect gift for my 67th birthday.
Yeah, give it up for
Yeah, I know I don't look it. Yeah.
Give it up for this young gentleman. He's so young, he's got a members only shirt on. Holy shit.
Yeah, look at that. And that was a present too. I felt obligated to wear it. I said, where did you even get that?
Yeah, when did you get that? 1982?
No, Saturday.
Oh.
But black, they say, is slimming. So,
Yeah, no, it's doing a wonderful job.
Yeah.
It really makes your tits smaller.
You know, I'm not sure we ever really talked about this a lot, but you know, I'm 67 years old, and I've always wanted. I've been trying my adult life to suck a dick, but my belly keeps getting in the way.
You know, sometimes you like to predict what people are going to say. You never think that a 67-year-old man is going to say that he's been trying to suck a dick.
My belly got in the way.
But no, I mean, I get it. I didn't hear the second part because I was excited. So, okay, did you mention your occupation? Is that all right?
Yeah, I'm a practicing attorney. I'm a partner in a national law firm, which means I'm really fucking boring. So I needed a hobby, and so I started doing this about a year ago.
It's Law and Order, dude. You know what I'm saying?
No, not that kind of lawyer. That gets worse. You know those
Is
ads?
it corporate lawyer?
No, you know those ads where the people say,
I'm the hammer. I'm going to
you what you want. I defend people who they sue. So I am.
You defend people that sue Jim Adler?
No. Jim Adler sues people, any of those guys. They bring a lawsuit. The insurance
I
company
give
is
him
hiring me.
$67,347.83 in their pocket. Yeah. But why is it such a weird amount? Like, why isn't it like rounded off? Why is it $876,000, $247.67?
It's like Don King. He deducts all kinds of shit from things. But
like
Jim
$37 from
yeah, Jim Adler is one of the first people I met when I came to Houston in 1982.
Yeah.
He is one of the nicest guys, and when I see him going crazy with that paper mache sledgehammer, because if you ever had a sledgehammer, they're really fucking heavy.
Right.
And there's no way he's at his age he's swinging that around.
I used to think like if his son did commercials, it was like, hey,
Bill.
I'm Bill Adler. If you want me to be a lawyer, you gotta yell at him, son. Right? Is that how he is?
Yeah, Bill's just following his dad's footsteps. His dad built a brand, and you can't fault him for building the brand at a time when that was the advertising started. I'm hammered. You know, we got the hammer, we got all kinds of household tools and wood shop tools all over the state.
So, who in the office is fucking, right?
I don't know, because I've gotten to the point where I can work from home even though I got the big corner office overlooking Lake Woodlands. I just don't like the commute.
So you have insurance and like a family and like a big house and stuff like that?
Yeah, I'm fucking rich.
What the fuck are you doing here?
See, I'm different. This is a hobby.
I knew I was in the money here because I booked a man that could sponsor my show. You know, I need a sugar fucking daddy.
I'm ready.
And we're
And it goes suck itself.
well, I know you can't suck it. The belly is in the
I've
way.
been trying. I never even got close.
When did I lose control? Hold on. When did you guys start to talk? Hold on. Because it was silent the whole time, and then now all of a sudden people want to chime in. I love it.
It's notorious PFG.
You guys like this guy, that's why.
There's my fan base.
Yeah? You brought these guys?
No, well, in the future, they're following me around.
Is this one of your clients?
Not the groupies I wanted. We call them chuckle fuckers.
Is that his grandson for real? Is that what he said?
No, but Notorious BFG in January changes from the Notorious Bald Fat Guy to Notorious Bald Grandpa. My first grandchild.
Yeah, congratulations! Yeah. From you guys?
Yep.
Yeah?
I have nothing.
All right.
I have really nothing to do with
Who
it.
fucking rich is this guy?
Yeah.
He's fucking loaded?
Yep.
Yeah?
Yep.
Yeah?
Yeah, that's because I've never been divorced.
Well,
fucking mushrooms.
Oh, I giggled at that. That was pretty funny. I like that.
I did like
Fractured skull. The fractured skull.
Yeah. So, have you won any good, like, badass big cases?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah?
Hey, you want to hear the most stupid case that came
Yeah,
in? Where
absolutely.
I was coaching a YMCA basketball team, and you can tell by how tall I am. But,
And athletic.
this mother from one of the kids comes in and says, I want you to sue my medical insurance company. I said, oh, well, you're what, they got to pay for a procedure? And she says, no, it's because they paid for a procedure. I go, what? And she goes, yeah, because they paid for this doctor to do this procedure on my breast, the doctor fucked it up. If they had not paid for it, he would not have done it, and he wouldn't have fucked it up. So it's the medical insurance's fault for paying for my procedure. I said, it's your fault for having bad tits.
And then you got sued.
No, I said, get the fuck out of here.
How many frivolous lawsuits get tossed out in your...
There's no such thing because that's what made me rich.
frivolous? Yeah.
You want to know how rich?
Yeah, I want a number.
A number?
Yeah.
It's in excess of $2 million.
Can I have some?
Yeah. They won't cite itself. Hey, it's no fun to be poor. I came from a small town in northeastern Pennsylvania. I had nothing but stay in school and learn something. Just work hard. It's simple.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Eat mushroom, feed them to your wives.
Yeah.
Feed the poison mushrooms. What kind of poison mushrooms were they?
Just the ones that work.
How many? Okay, so how many shows pissed you off? Like, let's say, what's that one we were watching?
Oh, Better Call Saul was great.
Yeah.
You know, L.A. Law pissed me off.
Yeah?
You remember L.A. Law? You might not be old enough for that. Because it was just so preposterous. Just that none of that stuff really happened. Gee, this one thing happens and they're in trial the next day. It's
Right.
5 years
Yeah.
from now.
What about the practice? You hated that one too?
No, that wasn't bad. But it was all like after one case.
Yeah.
I liked it when they threw the one lady down the elevator shaft. That I liked. She was a cunt.
Where we were watching for the longest time, and this is how I imagine your that law firm working out. That I know there's like Boston Legal with William Shatner. Is that how? What's it called? What's his name? Gets all of his cases just by saying his name.
No.
Jim Adler.
No. In fact, those are the kind of shows that never happen in real life. For one, here's one thing that never happens here. If you ever see a TV show where the lawyer stands up and buttons his jacket, they're always doing it. That never happens. Never happens. I don't know why would you get up and button your coat and then sit right back down and unbutton? That just makes no sense at all.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I mean, it's a little things like that piss me off.
But not about like procedural things. Like who cares about that sort of shit?
Procedural things tie up a case for years. That's
Yeah.
what ties it up.
Right.
Like there was a case where the guy Joel Osteen, is he the guy with the blonde wife?
Joel Osteen.
Yeah, his wife was sued because she supposedly manhandled a flight attendant or was mean to her. So that day, Rusty Hardin represented the flight attendant, and that case went on for a week. In reality, I'm like, what the fuck are they doing for a week? But for a week, there was no reason for that. That's keeping people who have real problems who need access to the courts. Most of what I do is bullshit. I mean, it really is. Like I said, it really is.
Yeah. Your Honor, I'd like to request a continuance.
Oh, and we elect our judges here, so we get paid for it. Oh man.
So you gotta, grease the wheels, is that what you're saying?
No, it's
Compromised?
It's more or less you don't know what you're getting.
Yeah.
If anybody's voted here, in fact, I think there'd be better voter participation.
Nobody's voted here.
Maybe
those two in the back.
I think there'd be better voter participation. Maybe we'd get a better crop of judges if they just put glory holes in the voting. Democrat.
Notorious, I'm calling you Notorious now.
Oh, that's fine.
Notorious, you got anything coming up? Any big cases, or you got any shows coming up?
Oh yeah, I got a trial on Thursdays.
How did they like you? Did they know you do this shit?
Well, my firm was on me because the general counsel said that somebody might hear what I say and think it's inappropriate. I said it's a fucking comedy club. What do you think? But yeah, I can't use the firm inner workings so females are making to advertise.
Yeah.
So the people who know me and work with me and think it's cool, they just know it. And the rest of the firm, I can't. There's 300 plus lawyers nationwide. You know how many views I can get out of that if I could advertise it? Yeah, that's something that I think I'd be deprived. I think it's a civil rights violation.
You know what? I represent you in that case.
You represent me?
I will represent you in that case.
Yeah.
Your Honor, this is out of order.
Rich 67-year-old white man complaining he's not getting enough likes. It's not going to happen.
This isn't fair.
Yeah. But Dexter, I remember the first time I came in here was to see one of your shows. And
Yeah.
I said, boy, I would like to be on it. And you gave me that opportunity. Thank you very much.
I am not regretting it anymore since I'm going to get like, $2 million or something?
Yeah. Actually, I said, when you're rich is when you can, in 48 hours, come up with $1 million in ransom. And I hit that, but don't think about it because my wife doesn't know where it is. Hey, that Menendez guy with the gold bars and the stuff in his jacket. Yeah, that was too easy to find.
Okay, so you got any shows coming up or anything?
No, I do the open mic, Big Red Eye. We call, because of our girth and our ages and our maladies, we call it the Barely Can Stand Up Comedy Tour. So, but we're working. We're going to try as best we can to hit as many places as we can. We just did that with Bradley Smith's show up in spring, and anybody who wants to see more of this, what's not to like? Like I said, Instagram, Facebook, YouTube.
What's your hourly rate?
My hourly rate? Well, I can tell you what mine is. It depends what you want me to do.
Angle 7 South!
Yeah, okay. Well, that I can do with gift cards. But the firm, believe it or not, wants to bill me out at $600 an hour. Now, I don't get near that, out of that. And so that's hard. I can't represent the common people.
No?
But I do it sometimes as a favor. In fact, what little pro boner? Are we talking about this again?
You look like a pro boner.
But the money I usually make at these babies, little things, I usually donate to the wait staff because it's not going to affect my life.
Yeah.
But I just and of course I say to the female ones, this ain't going to suck itself. No, my wife.
It's not that easy to get kicked off the Texas bar, huh? They don't give a fuck.
Damn near impossible.
They don't give a shit.
Yeah, I love it. They have ethics requirements. And then you have to be a person of good standing. They obviously don't know the people I work with. I'm a guest. Boy, there are some people who hire, people to take the bar exam for them and everything.
Wait, what?
I'm sure that some of these people I deal with, I've had people.
Yeah, let's reword that.
They take the bar. What happened the first time?
I used to take bars in high school.
Oh, well, that's good.
Yeah.
Yeah. How many bars on the phone?
Like 6?
We can do a lot of bar things. Yeah. Mainly, this bar ain't gonna suck itself. I think we beat that one to death.
Yeah, that one's ladies and gentlemen, do you want to give it up for the 67-year-old notorious BFG?
Guys, thank you for coming out with shitty weather.
Yeah.
It means a lot to us when people show up because without you, there's none of us. Although I have come with very few people.
You know, for $2 million, you sure are walking around like
This is the happy birthday bag they gave me. It's Mr. Magoo in it.
Oh, is it your birthday was today?
No, it's Saturday.
Well,
So,
this is creepy then.
Maybe Mr. Magoo?
Walking around with a birthday bag. That's a little bit creepy now.
This ain't gonna suck itself.
Ladies and gentlemen, give it one more time for Notorious BFG. This guy's Ricky Clark. I love this man. Keeping the show going. We got a little treat for you guys. You guys know anybody from Boston?